Hello, Jumpstarters. Your final week is upon us. You are now at day 21 and about to embark on your very last week of your 30-day Jumpstart, brought to you by Conscious Health and the Transitions Lifestyle System. I hope this challenge is going well. It is a challenge. It's okay if it's hard, but are you doing it anyways? Welcome to your final week. Day 21 is a magical day. This is the time when either some people want to give up and begin to deteriorate in terms of their morning practices, or some people are beginning to feel like this has really been helpful. How do I continue the key habits that will work for me? Oftentimes, it's said that day 21 is a magical time when what you have been doing by force, it's out of your comfort zone, it's new, but you do it anyways. If you do it for 3 weeks in a row, it begins to be easier. It begins to be the beginnings of what may become habits later. So you have an opportunity here of identifying actions that are beneficial to you and turning them into habits with continued practice. Why is this important? Deliberately developing new practices. The practice becomes the foundation of your life. And the foundation of life is built on habits. Those habits make you become what you become in life. Jim Rohn says the major value in life is not what you get. It's not the money, the body, and the assets or the end result that we're looking for. That's of value. Isn't that fascinating? You going through this jumpstart, you're putting yourself through an uncomfortable, sometimes difficult time to get to a goal. And then we're saying it's not the goal that's the point. It's the person you had to become in order to achieve that goal. The person you became every time you made the choice to continue with the morning routine, even when you didn't feel like it, to have that lemon water, even when it was difficult, to continue with the meal prep, even though eating something out would have been much more enjoyable and tasty. You've changed. And that change in you that's happening is the value. So he's saying the value that you get is in that internal transformation that's happening through the practices of doing things that you're uncomfortable with for the purpose of a particular goal. So far in our challenge, you cleansed on week 1, you entered your fat burning zone on week 2. Your new habit of the morning routine has been repeated, so you've been giving your body nutrients day in and day out for the past 3 weeks. You perhaps gave fasted cardio a shot. I hope you did. And if you did, that's hopefully helping you see that the body can transform. And meal prepping has become your new best friend, spending a lot of time preparing meals and eating clean meals. Resistance training was introduced in week 3. And that is the ticket to having longevity with a healthy body. Tony Robbins says rituals define us. Well, here's your rituals. If this is your ritual in the morning and you have the meal prep continued, you have your supplementations, on point, you're bound to have results that will say you have a certain set of rituals that's different from everyone else. This is a blueprint. It's a guide. It's a roadmap to get you started. It is not the end game. This is the beginning. How you end up, that's what matters. And so I will continue to encourage you here to practice what you've started this month in the coming month, and to give it at least another 2 to 3 months, depending on what your goals were, to really see how you end up on the other side. As your coach, I'm here to guide and educate you. I am board certified in lifestyle medicine, and my background is in internal medicine. I love the junction of bodybuilding, nutrition, and health to prevent and reverse disease. And I'm happy to share some golden nuggets with you along the way. While we are in this forum, the content is for educational purposes. It is not intended to be a substitute for your one-on-one medical care with your physician. So always consult your own physician or healthcare provider if you have any related concerns or questions about your medical care. I want to stop us at this time so you can do some writing in your journal and some reflecting. What's the most important habit you've learned so far in this program? Is your morning routine smooth? Is it working? Do you love it? Are you hoping to continue it? Is there parts of it that you will take out? Sometimes the lemon water can be a little tough on people, but for those who've gone past the taste of lemon water, it becomes a really important tool in continued fat loss if there is a lot of fat to lose beyond this initial month. What habits will you continue forward? Will you bring the morning routine with you? Will you bring having prepped meals with you? Will you bring eating clean on a regular basis with you? I know the meals this month have been tough because there's been no grains, no dairy, no sugars of any kind. You will have some flexibility starting in the next month with perhaps adding in some beans, lentils, protein of that sort. There were a lot of beans and peas that were not included in the meal plan for a good reason. They're a little bit higher in carbohydrates, but you'll be able to incorporate them back, and even some starches, including sweet potatoes, in your coming months. But complete this week of the Jumpstart so you can finish something and be proud. In entering week 4, we'll continue to see body composition changes. So in this week, there may be less movement on the scale, but watch for the fat loss, for the visceral fat to move, for the body water to improve, and perhaps even the metabolic age to begin to change as well. Continue to prioritize protein, fiber up daily, and stay consistent with your movement. Adding weights during weeks 3 and 4 and starting with a trainer is something that will take this journey beyond a month or 2. The weight training is the vehicle that leads to longevity with this practice. The diet will change. You may begin even to have a cheat meal once a week, maybe at a restaurant, something a little bit more relaxed. And it will help you get back on your meal plan during the week. However, the training, if it stays consistent throughout the months, the benefits are beyond body transformation. Physical training has so many benefits in terms of well-being, feeling good, attitude, mental health, energy levels, that the multitude of benefits that we get from exercising are still not even all enumerated by science. So there is an additional benefit layer from exercising that is beyond just the look of the body. If you pick up this practice and it becomes part of your routine, you will begin to experience those moments where exercise is just something that you cannot live without. Whatever it looks like for you, whether it's with a coach, with gym, the classes, or with a trainer. Continue to track your progress this week, once a week. At the end of the week, are the jeans fitting better? Are your stats improved from the SMART scale? Is the blood pressure better? What do the pictures look like? Journal, track the progress, waist measurements. It's all important. Keep track. So let's say you've been doing well the past 3 weeks and you started going to the gym last week. You're on your meal plan as recommended, and you've noticed a stalling in your weight. You feel good, you look good, clothes fit better. What could be going on here? Yes, I know you're saying it. The body may still be changing on the inside, even though the weight is still the same. The concept here is illustrated by these two men who are the same height and weigh the same amount of pounds. Now, when the height and weight are in a calculation for body mass index, these two guys get the same exact body mass index measurement of 33, which is overweight. Now, obviously, they have two different bodies. And this is the reason why sometimes the BMI and the weight may be misleading. You have to understand, what is that weight made up of? What is the body composition? Many people share this online regarding the fact that they're exactly the same weight, but over time the body has changed to an improved composition. Of course, the body is made up of fat, muscle, bones, blood, organs, connective tissue, and all of these make up the weight. And so as we change the composition of how much fat versus muscle, for example, even the composition of a bone mass, the scale may not register further weight loss, especially if there's muscle gain that's happening. And with resistance training, improvement in bone density that's happening. So don't be scared of the weights, because progress can happen even when the weight seems to stall. There might be muscle that's being gained. There might be strength that's getting better. This is why it's important to focus on the fat that's losing, the fat that's going away, and the body composition that is improving, meaning improved muscle, increased muscle, decreased fat. Of course, if you keep track of your pictures, you will clearly see that despite having the same weight, your body is changing. Clothes may fit differently. So to summarize this, in the last week, when perhaps there might be an increase in the muscle mass as you continue to lift weights, maybe the fat will go, but the muscle is staying. Follow the stats that matter, not just the weight. Look at the body fat, look at the muscle. Are you feeling better? Are you looking better? If so, keep going. Body recomposition can take weeks to happen. Again, we're just getting started. How do you make sure your composition continues to improve? Well, it begins with a meal plan. You've had one now for about a month or a few weeks. And in the coming weeks, you likely will not remain on the Jumpstart meal plan. So you will need a new one. It's very important to plan your meals for that month. Because again, if you have a goal, you're more likely to reach it. If you're able to get help, individualize your meal plan, eat for your goals, and calculate your macros. Once you have that done with the help of perhaps a nutritionist or someone else who does that, you can then begin that month. Incorporate some cheat meals once a week, but have a plan. And you can supplement smartly for best results. Have a plan. This is before and afters for a TLS participant who lost 37 pounds in 12 weeks. This is doable. You started, don't give up. This is another great transformation story from Megan, who lost 38 pounds in 12 weeks. Again, it will take more than a month for some of you, but you have started it. Continue on the path. For most who require at least 10 pounds of weight loss, it will take 12 weeks. But you may have already lost 10 pounds during this Jumpstart, depending on where you started. Now, I encourage you to finish your final week of the Jumpstart, to journal what you've learned, and to pick up those great learning experiences into your next month. Celebrate all your wins and plan month 2 and month 3 of your journey.